it does.
Hello humans, I'm the Alien Doctor, but you could call me Alien, and welcome back to another live stream here on Truly Bedrock. How's it going? Congratulations to... who was first? Glowstick for being the very first person on Twitch and also in YouTube with the timer muted for extra chaos. So Glowstick can hear me twice right now, because why not? We also have a Whinge. The official Rotten Crib as well. Welcome on in. Do not inhale. Yes, do not inhale, Alien. Good luck building, Alien. I was watching your recent live stream earlier. Thank you so much. Mr. Lee, welcome on in. Silent Shadow, Cam. Really, they are perfectly synced. I tend to mute one if I have two up. That would make sense. Cathedora. Bird. Call him never late for stream alien. Yeah, 100%. Totally. They always call me that. Everybody. Anyway. Today. Now, normally this is the part where I press servers and then I press Truly Bedrock. But today, we're not actually doing that. Well, we might do it later. But right now, we're going to go to the Truly Bedrock Season 7 testing world. Is he really late if he's the one determining the time? Well, that is true. And to be fair, this is an unscheduled stream. This is not part of my usual schedule. So, technically, I would say I'm not late. Flimbles, welcome on in. Exclamation mark rigged. Wow. Wow. There isn't even a UFO game for you guys to say is rigged anymore. It's not true. Anyway. Yeah, basically, I've been trying to, like, design this thing for a while. And I was not doing it off camera. So I decided to stream it in front of everybody. And then maybe I'd potentially actually get some stuff done. We'll see. Exclamation mark bonus stream. That's true. And I also won't be streaming on Saturday, so you gotta make the most of me. So I've kind of already talked about my plans on stream before, but here's a quick summary for anybody that hasn't heard them. So this is where the entrance will start. There'll be some sort of bridge. It will probably be diagonal, which I'm not really looking forward to build, but it will go from there to here. There'll be a path or a road. The path will be there and there. There'll be a road here. This will be some sort of tunnel. There was a long debate on a stream about whether it should be a tunnel or a road. And then I think the road may continue like through there, or it might turn to a path. We might have a car park. I don't know. But we're going to have base entrance number 1 is going to be right there. We'll have some sort of path going along here and like back round here, where we'll probably have some sort of tower like here. Or I'm also thinking like a harbor there instead, and then a tower up there, which might make more sense. I don't know. Everything that I'm like saying is still not confirmed. We're going to have some sort of structure here as well. I just don't know what yet. The clouds look very weird. We'll also have a UFO landing pad here where a UFO will have landed. So there'll be that as well. Hashtag bonus stream. Exactly. Not streaming Saturday, that means you're 3 days early. Exactly, I'm 3 days early. That's exactly how it works. Evening, Alien. Hope you're well and enjoying the weather. Thank you so much. I'm pretty good. The weather is weather. I didn't sleep very well last night because it was too warm. But anyway, all right. Now be prepared to be amazed at all of the design work that I've done so far, okay? Because there is a lot of design work. Get ready for this. Get ready. Boom. I know. You are blown away right now at just the sheer quantity of designing I've done for the base. I mean, look at the way this dirt has been meticulously placed so that it is absolutely perfect. Hey Kai, welcome on in. How you doing? I don't know why your shout out didn't work. Information mug SO. Mr. Oh, there we go. Oh, wow. A perfectly built empty room. Amazing. Exactly. I mean, quality over quantity. The only bit that I have designed is this. And honestly, I don't like it. So I'm probably going to tear it down anyway. But these are the materials that we want to go for. I think I cleared my inventory, which was a mistake because I haven't finished designing this area in case you haven't noticed. So we're just going to pick block all of those. But yeah, I'm trying to build some sort of tunnel or corridor. It's not really a tunnel. And it's not finished yet. All right. So don't prejudge it. I want it to be 5 blocks wide. But then also have sticky out bits. like that. If that makes sense. I like the light bit, put it on the roof. Yeah, I think you're right. It will probably make more sense on the roof. I also think... So before, I'm pretty sure I just had that. But I feel like that's too much tough, and these don't really connect very well either. So I don't know if like we can go with like a copper trapdoor or something. You're about to see the behind the scenes of how I design stuff, and it's a slow, infuriating process when it comes to building, because I would not consider myself a building person. Prejudging is fun though. Wow, so square. Well, it is Minecraft. I mean, what were you expecting? I will admit though, I'm actually really happy with this door. I spent a very long time on this door, and I actually quite like it. I should also explain roughly what the vibes of this area are, because I fully encourage backseating. If you have an idea that you think I should try, then let me know. Doesn't mean I will try it, but I mean, you know, you can ask. Mac, welcome on in. How you doing? So, as you may remember, in the previous season, as per my desktop wallpaper, hold on, there you go. As per my desktop wallpaper, my base last season was a giant UFO fleet that was invading the Truly Bedrock Season 7 server. Well, now the fleet has already arrived and stuff, and this, the way I imagine it, this is like one of the outpost bases that the alien fleet have set up. So I do want it to kind of use materials from the UFO, but maybe not deep slate. I'm kind of replacing deep slate with tough, I think. We'll see. Well, that's just for the corridors. Like inside, TikTok comments be going wild, please. Inside the actual rooms and not the corridors. Like it'll probably be more concrete and cyan for a lot of stuff. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. I don't really know what's going on. What are we doing? What is this game? I don't know. Also, I'm unbanned from TikTok streaming, so that's nice. And then the first comment is just that. But like TikTok doesn't have any good moderation, so I don't even know how I can delete that. They banned me for saying something that was not bannable, but they're not banning those sort of comments. Make it make sense. I don't even know. Can I do it on my phone? Do I have to do it on... Oh, gosh. Why do I even stream on TikTok? It's really not worth it, is it? Blue Jay, welcome on in. How's it going? Hive Dog, welcome on in. How's it going? I have ideas. Idea away. Bannable totally word. Of course. I don't even know. How do I even pull up the stream on my phone? Maybe I do have to do it on PC. I just assumed that the only way I could moderate the TikTok chat was on my phone, because it's TikTok. Like, you know. Jeez. Jeez. How do I even get to my own stream? I arrived to the occasion. Hey, Glowstick. Welcome on TikTok. You're now there everywhere. I can't even delete comments in my own TikTok stream. What? Whatever. Jeez. Did you log in? I did log in, yes. I did log in. That was a good start. And they unbanned me. For context, like, TikTok randomly banned me because I said something that was, like... I don't know. I can't say it again without getting banned again. This is the problem. But there's a very funny clip of it, because I was talking about going to get a baby ghast, or a baby happy ghast, a dried happy ghast, in fact. I was going to get one of those, and I was like, it's time to go. And then I said something, and then TikTok didn't like it, because apparently that's the thing. Thanks for the hydrate redeem, Kai. Jeez, Glowstick trying to do the Discord pings. Little girl, welcome on in. How's it going? Lol, TikTok is very sensitive. It is. It really is. It was very funny. But yeah. Don't mention making... I'm scared to even read it out. But I also, I don't know, I might stop streaming on TikTok. It's not, I don't think it's really brought anything. I know there's a couple of people that have come in from the TikTok streams, so I guess that's good. But for the most part, it's like, I don't know if it's worth it. I can save my internet. At least you don't have TTS. This is the thing, I do have TTS. You can pay bits and your message will be read out loud, or YouTube super chats. Yeah, my attention span is itching to go scroll on my phone already. Resist! This is the other thing. I don't use TikTok anymore, like as a viewer. So, yeah. There isn't really much else to add to that. I just don't use it anymore. The only reason I have it on my phone is because occasionally I check my own comment section on TikTok. I know, would you believe it? That's nice. I like that. Guys, would you believe it? We've actually placed blocks. I've deleted it off my phone. Too much of a time waster. Yeah, see, I did, but then I started posting my... Well, actually, I always posted my YouTube shorts on TikTok. But there was a period of time where I wasn't making YouTube shorts. So there was no reason, you know, to like have TikTok on my phone. So I deleted it, which is how I stopped using it. But then I started making YouTube shorts again. And it's just helpful to have on my phone so that I can check stuff. I like being able to access kind of anything on my phone if needed. Mainly because I don't even know what I'm paranoid about, but I'm always paranoid that I'm just going to be like stuck somewhere and the only thing I can access is my phone and I need to like access my account, like if it got hacked or something. I don't really know why. It's just like a thing. I like to make sure that I can access everything from my phone in a secure way, because otherwise my phone will get stolen and then they've got everything. So, you know, gotta do it securely, but yeah, I deleted my TikTok account, prefer here in YouTube. Yeah, I hate short form content in general, but it's a nice way. As much as I hate short form content, it is a nice way for me to be able to like have all of my clips in one place. Like I can just scroll through my TikTok profile or my YouTube shorts and be reminded of like all the fun times we've had on stream and in videos, and I quite like that. Okay, and then we need something to add like in the middle here. There's a severe lack of smooth stone right now. Let's just start with a smooth stone canvas. The other thing is I've obviously got night vision right now. But if we just clear that, this is like really dark. These do not put out a lot of light. We may need to get some sea lanterns from JC. But then these are quite warm, like if we're thinking about colors. That vibrant visuals though, so good, right? I don't know if I like this kind of hallway fog. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the that scene in A New Hope, in Star Wars A New Hope, where like pretty much the first scene, to be fair, where Darth Vader like appears with his lightsaber and kills people. Add a light strip along the floor. I just feel like even then it's going to be too dark. Which is probably a vibrant visual thing as well. Night vision, infinite. Looks like the darkness is Silent Hill. Infinite, 255, true. Or the last scene in Rogue One. I think I'm actually more thinking the last scene in Rogue One, to be honest. But I also was watching like a little more of Andor today. Minor Mum, welcome on in. When I say a little more, I've already watched all of Andor. I meant rewatching Andor because I like it that much. Okay, right. Concentrate, Alien. Jeez. How are you doing today, Minor Mum? Andor is solid Star Wars. Oh, for sure. I am... It's probably my favorite thing that Disney have made Star Wars related. And it would rank quite highly out of all of the George Lucas Star Wars as well, for me, to be honest. could agree with that. Doing okay, thanks. This is good news. What did I do before? I had something designed and then I got rid of it because I didn't like it. But now I'm just completely blanking. We don't want it to be too fancy. Maybe this is where we actually add the deep slate that I was talking about. Just like that. Because we don't... It's a hallway, you know? There's going to be a lot of these corridors. My kind of vision for the underground section of the base is there will be a lot of corridors. So we don't want it to be the most fanciest thing ever. So it could literally just be that. I mean, we could try messing around with deep slate stairs as well. I know it says this is a designing stream, but we may have to end up resource gathering later. That's kind of cool, actually. Floor and ceiling, smooth stone. Floor and ceiling, smooth stone. And then I'm guessing that's meant to say bits. Something more decorative. Lava for lighting instead. What could go wrong? Did I do lava for lighting? Yeah, I did. On season 6, I did lava for lighting in my nether industrial district, which was pretty cool, to be fair. But it was also the nether. You know, on the topic of Star Wars, if I was building Darth Vader's like lava castle, then lava for lighting would make sense. What would it look like with smooth quartz instead of smooth stone? I definitely want to use smooth stone. I want to use smooth stone and copper because I'm trying to like continue the like hidden, well, it's not necessarily hidden, but the like lore of my base, which basically all the UFOs last season were built out of smooth stone and deep slate. So I want to include at the very, smooth stone, deep slate and copper. So at the very least, I want to include smooth stone and deep slate. No, oh my gosh. Hang on, words. At the very least, I want to include smooth stone and copper, and ideally deep slate as well, to kind of make it believable that, you know, whatever alien race built this base is like using the same materials across its like UFOs and its bases, if that makes sense. Fill it in with sand to anger Vader. Yeah, this is an anti-Darth Vader corridor. Just fill it with sand. It's just good storytelling with interesting characters. For sure. It's palette continuity. Exactly. But we're adding a little bit more because we're adding the copper bulbs, which I always forget the name of. We did use sea lanterns last time. I guess the main new thing is tough. Whatever alien race, you are the alien race. I haven't figured it out yet, okay? I don't know the lore of my character. I'm still writing it. You make a good point. Jeez. Doo-doo. Doo-doo. I like this song. Whack those in there. I was really trying to avoid using sea lanterns, but then they were just so perfect. I guess last season we used frog lights, but I really don't want to do another frog light farm. As much as I potentially prefer that, I feel like I'd rather just go for sea lanterns. I don't know if I like... I'm not sure if I like this though. Glowstone instead of sea lanterns. That is an option too. For some reason, whenever I see glowstone in the base, it just gives me like early Minecraft build update or early Minecraft a build built in early Minecraft. There we go. Julie, welcome on in. How's it going? My Farlands, I feel like my Farland shoutouts aren't working. Because I'm sure you're on the bot. Don't know what's going on there. Sea lanterns and colour are more sci-fi than warm copper bulb tones. Yeah, that too, to be fair. The only thing I will say is that these, they don't give off too much light. And I feel like with the trapdoor in front of them, they almost don't look like a light, is kind of the other thing. I broke it, blame Julie. Sure, that works. That works. Although, was there somebody... I feel like somebody was shouted out earlier. Frog lights. That is an option. And it would make sense because I did use frog lights last season for the continuity. But I don't want to build a frog light farm again. is essentially just CI break. Yeah, that's true. That got theirs earlier. Weird. Is my uptime working as well? Can I whack that back on? I can. Excellent. So the good thing is, you guys are here to make sure I actually continue the designing. Like, if I was doing this off camera, then by now I probably would have just left and be bouncing around watching something or like chatting to somebody in a VC or something. I needed to stream so that I actually get this done. But it also coincided well with me not being able to stream Saturday. I'm just not sure if I'm not sure if it's the sea lanterns, like, as a material. I think I'm actually happy with the sea lanterns. I just don't know if I like the almost columns that we have. Like, this entire wall is kind of just a pattern of columns, if that makes sense. Bounce, you never. You distracted never. Wow. You guys are really calling me out. Jeez. Or just going indoors. Yeah. Like, add a trapdoor there, or a pressure plate there, and just, like, keep going in and out. What happens? Oh, no, that wouldn't work, because then we wouldn't be able to see the light. Good point. No, not that. Tough. I think this is also the first time I've built with tough, which is why I wanted to use it. I'm also not sure... We could go for the polished tough stairs. I don't know if they make more sense than the bricks. I don't know. What do you guys think? Bricks or polished? And like, there'll be a slab there and obviously a slab there too. I don't know. Both. That's not helpful. Polished gives it a smooth transition. Okay, we're going with polished. Yeah, both. Mix them. But I like the bricks there. I think we'll keep the bricks there, actually. Me helpful, never. You're helpful sometimes. On occasion. Texturing. But that sounds like brain power. I really like this door. I just need to like point this out. I like the door, okay? Can we all just appreciate the door? You know, I don't think the door has had enough appreciation. Look at this door. I don't care if it's the ugliest you've ever seen. I've decided I like it. Sci-fi hobby door, exactly. Look at that door. Yes, Caladora. It has bits. Oh, you kind of ruined it there, Julie. Kind of ruined the vibe. Gonna be honest. Okay. Yeah, okay. I think the thing that I don't like about this is the wall. I think that's what it is. And specifically the smooth stone bit of the wall. I like this bit. This is good. This is nice. What I don't like is the rest of it. Star Wars, The Hobbit Strikes Back. You need to give more than one 3x4 pattern to repeat every other. Give a bit more variety. You need more than one 3x4 pattern to repeat every other. Yeah, but this is just a corridor. Like, there'll be other rooms that'll be more exciting. I guess we could do like alternating patterns, like this one, and then like the next one's something else, and then just alternate. I'm just not simply join the dark side. Oh, nah, that bounce, no. Bounce denied. I think only VIPs can do it, but bounce denied. What I actually should do is I should let everybody do it, but then make a command to remove a bounce so that if somebody does it when it's not a bounce, I can remove it. Magenta glazed terracotta. Magenta, I feel like just arrows. Yeah, this is exactly what we need. Yeah, there we go. Look, everybody knows which direction to go now. There we go. Problem solved. That is exactly what I needed. Perfect. You were bouncing when I wrote it. I was thinking. Jeez, trying to inflate the bounce counter. COVID flashbacks at grocery stores. I kind of thought that too. I wasn't going to say it, but that was also my thought after I said that. Okay, well, maybe we do the alternating thing. That means we've got to design a whole other wall. I also don't massively like how deep this hole goes, but I don't really think there's much I can do about that. I mean, we could literally just do this for the other one, but I feel like that would be kind of boring. No, maybe like that, and then it is an alternating pattern. Is it cyan glazed terracotta that would go with smooth stone and copper? I don't think glazed. This would be cyan. That would go with smooth stone and copper. Trying to do me with the creeper sound? I'm in creative. I know your games. I know it wouldn't actually go there. I'm just like placing it down to look at it next to everything. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it would be more the grey. I'm guessing that's the one you're on about. This could fit in somewhere, to be fair. Like a stone wall. That. Hang on. What happens if we try adding like that? We would have to texture the back, or not texture the backs, just fill in the blocks on the back. Because you'd be able to see it through the sides. But I mean, that's something, and that has a little bit of depth as well. Okay, track with me. Skulk behind the copper trapdoors. That could work, actually. And I don't think I've built with Skulk either. Like, anything new, I just feel like I never build with. Maybe not there. Copper trapdoors. Nope, that was a Skulk. Skulk has a pretty twinkle. That it does. See, if this was like actually season 6 and I had a Froglight farm, I'd alternate between the Froglights and the Sea Lanterns. But this isn't season 6. It's season 7. Worth a try. Yeah, exactly. Thanks for the suggestion. Villager noises. What I didn't have trapdoors there before, did I? Add this. What did it look like with trapdoors? Yeah, I don't know. Not terrible. Nope. I'm honestly not against this. I'm just not sure. I'm not against it. I'm just not for it either. It's a very helpful scenario to be in. Maybe recess it while we'll push it back a block. The Sea Lanterns? Yeah, actually, that does work better. Oh, and I'm using more smooth stone. Whatever will I do? That does work better, I think, though. And then I feel like this one's is not sticking out, obviously, but it's like this one is more deep and then this one is less deep. So it's like there's an actual like alternating pattern almost of like, again, it's not really deep. I guess this would be, this is sticking out. This is kind of normal. And then this is like deeper in. If any of that made sense, it made sense in my head. I'm probably going to say a lot of things that don't really make sense, okay? But it makes sense in my head, so just roll with it. just smile and wave. Whack those in. I do not like how that's sorted right now. Beans. Yeah, see, the shoutouts are working. Val, this guy streams. I know, right? Hey, Val, how's it going? Welcome on in. Yes, this guy streams. But just not on the scheduled times when he scheduled himself to the streams. Just all of the other times. How's it going? How's RPG going as well? Because I think... Did you reset that recently? Did that have a recent reset? I can't remember. I try to keep track. Okay, cool. I think that's the walls. Let's just assume that we've got the walls down for now. I don't think the floor needs to be too complicated. We could go for like sea lanterns and grates, or even just the copper bulbs. And, or this might not work. Bear with. No. It gives me traffic light vibes. Something like that. I banned myself from building a guardian farm after last season. I don't know if I ever said it in a video, but I specifically did not want to build a guardian farm. Basically, what I'm kind of realizing through picking materials for my base is there's just a list of farms that last season has made me not want to build again. So I don't really know what that says about last season. Could we try yellow frog lights instead of white light? No, just because I don't want to build a frog light farm. Honestly, there's a part of me that's not against just doing that, but I feel like that would be just too much white light. Surely somebody else will build one soon. Yeah, they have. I just don't want to buy stuff either. Okay, right. We've also got to figure out like this. You know what? Let's just... No, because then we'll fall in to the hole. I don't want to fall into no holes. That'll be really inconvenient. I did say it doesn't have to be fancy. Let's just at least place down smooth stone as like a base. As a blank canvas, you could say. How much does the copper bulb show through the trapdoor if you scrape it a little to brighten it up? That's true. This music is too low-key. I need something a little bit more upbeat. Otherwise, I will fall asleep. I had to take a nap today, which I hate doing, but I didn't sleep very well last night because it's too hot. Yeah, you can't really tell that that's... GG, welcome on in. How you going? How you going? How you doing? Even. Yeah, you can't really tell that that's thingy there. The only thing I will say... Well, actually, no, that doesn't matter. Ignore what I was about to say. Oh yeah, and night vision. This is true. I know it is lighter without night vision, but now that we've got the sea lanterns as well, the lightness shouldn't be an issue. I will check just in case, though. Yeah, see, now this is, like, totally fine. I am, because I know not everybody uses vibrant visuals. So let me... Oh, they've moved it up here now. Here. Oh, this is a perfect time to advertise my new resource pack. Because, I don't know. A lot of people have said it's helpful, so I'm going to try and push it. Let me hide the overlays temporarily so you can see properly. By default... What? Why are they not hidden? Oh, because of that. Okay, whatever. I guess they'll stay then. By default, you know what? I'll just show you the default. We're just going to go into car salesman mode for a second, except for I'm not a car salesman. I'm trying to get you to download a free resource pack. And honestly, I'm not even trying to get you to download a free resource pack because, like, I don't know. I'm just making sure people are aware of it because it's helpful. I gain nothing from you downloading it. There are no ads on my website. Yeah, by default, there are these annoying gaps. It's stupid. It's the same in the audio tab. There are these annoying gaps. From TheAlienDoctor.com, you can download this settings space fixer pack. This pack removes all of the space in the settings. Because I thought it was a bug, but apparently it's not a bug. I go into the TB backrooms and I'm like, hey, has anybody else got this really annoying bug where all the settings spaces are really far apart? And then Silent's like, no, it's a feature. And I'm like, wait, are you joking? And he's like, no, it's intentional. And I'm like, what? That's intentional. Exactly. Apparently, it's for mobile players, which is why the gaps in the audio existed. So anyway, I've released a pack that removes the spaces. So if you want to download it, you can. And as I said, I gain like literally nothing from you doing that. So this isn't really like self-promo, really. It's, you know, I'm just so nice. That was sarcasm for those that haven't seen my stream before. I also have this Aliens UI pack. This just tweaks the UI a little more. I'm not using the setting space fixer. I'm using my UI pack because it does other stuff. Like it adds the custom splash text and stuff. But yeah, you can just use the UI pack. Or sorry, just use the setting space fixer if you don't want the setting spaces. No way that's intentional. That's such a bad... It is. It's crazy. Like, I have been updating every time being like, when are they going to fix the space between the sound sliders? It's so bad. And I just assumed that they were going to fix it eventually. But they never did. And so I did it. But yeah, I just wanted to share that. I am trying to push it a little bit, but, you know. I'm mainly trying to push it because I feel like it could actually just be helpful to people, but I know I don't have the biggest reach in the world, so it's like, you know, this thing exists, but anyway. Also because I'm just really happy that I fixed it, and because I actually think it's really stupid. I think the main reason that I want to keep telling people about the pack is because it annoys me that it's an intentional feature and that it even needs a pack in the first place. What I will say is they've already added the OR UI for the sound screen in the previews. So in the sound tab or the audio tab, this has all been updated for the new OR UI, which you cannot change with a pack. But luckily, they don't have the massive spaces, so it doesn't matter too much. Let me unhide the overlays. There we go. So yeah, you can download it from TheAlienDoctor.com if you want to. Or don't. It doesn't really matter. I just want to let people know. Okay, cool. I am actually quite happy with this. Oh, I guess we got to do the ceiling. We are not leaving it as a dirt ceiling. Do not panic. Well, I guess after this, we can just... Just gonna place a couple of blocks up here. Nothing to see here. That'll get terraformed properly a little later anyway, because I'll build something up there. Do we want to do anything in the ceiling? I don't know. I always feel like adding in just like a tough slab or a block like that. Just to kind of give it a little bit of a rounded feel without actually making it rounded. Because it's Minecraft. On the diagonal, the harsh lighting in the floor feels distracting given the softer lighting everywhere else. I mean, there is the harsh lighting there, but I do get what you mean. I definitely want to do something with the grates. You know what we could do? We could get... I've wanted to use lightning rods in a build for ages. Okay, again, I don't know if I already said this, but this stream will really show that I just do not build with the new stuff. Like, ever. This is probably the first build where I've used lightning rods. We're going to do it again. What we could do is still have one sea lantern there, but make it a little bit more kind of less sea lantern-y. What I actually had, a friend showed me, I don't know if he came up with this himself for full disclosure, but he made like pipes or wires or cables or whatever with acacia trapdoors, or sorry, acacia fence gates. And he used them for like, I don't even know how he properly did it, because obviously that doesn't connect properly. But yeah, favorite thing. Remember to wax the lightning rods when the update releases. To be honest, the ones inside, I don't mind them oxidizing because it would match this. The ones outside, I will need to wax because I want this as a copper door for honestly no particular reason. I know it's kind of backwards. Like, logically, the weathered or oxidized copper would be on the outside where it'd be exposed to, like, the real world. And then the inside, logically, would have the, like, cleaner copper. But it's mainly just to do with the colors more than anything else. I've already kind of established in the build palette continuity smooth stone and that copper. Yeah, that's a very good point about the waxing them. So thanks for that. Also, welcome in on the diagonal. How you doing? I read your message, but I did not acknowledge you. My apologies. Reverse oxidizing alien tech. Yeah, exactly. There we go. It's the hidden law. How do we want to do these? The other thing is, it's just occurred to me, because of the dirt, we maybe don't want to add too much to the ceiling. Like, maybe all we actually do want to do is add the tuff there. And not go too overboard. Because we could add lighting in the ceiling as well. But we also have a lot of lighting. In all fairness. Okay, how about this then? How about we do every other one as sea lanterns, so there is less kind of sea lanterns overall. So there'll be one there, miss this one, and then obviously we don't actually have it in yet. But the next one would just be here. And then we could try and figure out something to add here as well. Like, maybe we do literally just tuff like that. Makes it more rounded. I don't know. Smooth stone seems to be a popular component of base palettes this season. This is true. But I did it first. Don't listen to... I did it first because I did it on season 6 and I had this idea on season 6. So take that, everyone trying to steal my build palette, because that's definitely what's gone on. And it's definitely not that just smooth stone is a cool block to build with. Not at all. Why would that ever be the case? Oh my gosh, it is getting hot in here. I can see the sun setting. Whew. I've not really ran the computer today. And it's showing. It might also just be because I'm live though. I don't know if I like this. Ron Bent, welcome on in. How are you doing? See, Ron's shout out worked. Maybe we just go there. You know, no need to overcomplicate it. If everyone starts making their bases blue default, then you may have influenced that. Yes, well, we all know blue is the best color. So it would make sense. Oh, I guess we need to do that as well. Okay, the only bit I'm not sure about is this bit here. I think I'm happy with that. Blue is the best color. You are correct. You know, given your name, you may be a little bit biased, but that's fine. I know you said blue, but I'm sure you meant to say pink. I don't know, GG. We could even do that. Have the slabs go like that. Maybe. We'll think about it. I think we've got... I might tweak this slightly, but as a majority, I think I'm pretty happy with the majority, is what I'm trying to say. I don't know why I said as a majority. That made it sound like it was a vote. My brain cells have voted. As a majority, they like it. Okay, cool. Let's hop onto the actual server. I guess I got to update my title. I didn't plan for that. I thought we'd be doing this for a lot longer. Well, you know what? Actually, no. There is more we can do. Because I got to build the storage room, to be fair. So let's do that. Let's figure out how we're going to do the storage room. I'm forgetting the entire point of the episode that I'm currently working on. That's... It's a bit embarrassing. Mac, thank you so much for subscribing with Prime. Enjoy your emotes and Discord channels and whatever else. Okay. We're not gonna... I guess we could use structure blocks if we really wanted to. I'm just gonna hollow this out. I have my auto clicker. Very fancy tunnel. Thank you. Yeah, so this is gonna keep going. We have this naturally cleared area out here. What I basically want to do is make a storage room. And this probably doesn't make sense, but there's a good chance that it's going to be built out of like entirely different materials. But I think we could do an airlock or something to like transition it. So we'll see. Now the question is where? Because we're not very underground right now. So maybe we go 1, 2, 3. So we extend it all the way out to here. And then this is where we make a staircase down. Because I want to go underground. Are you doing auto storage? Yes. I've said it a few times, but my goal is to get storage set up as early as possible this season. And you may be like, Alien, you know, the season's been going on for like 2 months now or something. Maybe even longer. You know, time's going really quickly. But that's not the point. And you still haven't set up an auto storage system. What are you doing? But basically, I've actually been working on my auto storage system. The reason the first farm I built was a witch farm is so I could get all of the redstone that I'd need to build an auto storage system. And then I was going to build an iron farm, but I ended up helping Geol and JC build theirs. So I just have access to their iron farm now. So I don't need iron for the hoppers anymore. Or I don't need my own farm for the hoppers anymore because I've got theirs. Okay, why are we on? 60. That should be deep enough, right? I mean, we can always go deeper in parts if we need to. What water level is the ocean, actually? Let's make the floor the same level as the ocean. Oh, 63. We're already a little higher than the ocean. That might not be deep enough, honestly. Now that I'm looking at the outside of the island. Yeah, because if we just keep going that way, then we'll hit the ocean. You know, I didn't think about building a underground base on an island. Maybe we use bubble columns, actually, and not these. We can always build something else here in just like this area. But maybe for the actual storage system, we have a bubble column going down. And what? Oh, that really threw me off. I thought that was an ancient city for a second. I forgot about the trial chamber and that we just removed all the copper. Oh yeah, also after that stream where I was mining out the trial chamber, I ended up basically finishing it off camera. So that's why it's like that. We still need to mine the tuff though. Anyway. Okay. New plan, then. No staircase. Staircase be gone. Slash fill. Doo. Stone. Bloop. Trial chamber farm? Maybe. Oh, that would make sense given its extremely convenient location. Okay, so let's just use this area then. Did we just go through to the sun? I don't think so. The surface. So we can use this area for something. It's just not going to be my storage system. I don't know what area it'll be. It could be a portal area, like where I have my portal and my bed and stuff. But I also know that I have another plan for that. Though that plan might be changing. This is why I need to put all of my ideas and my plans into a testing world. Because otherwise, everything is a mess. Essentially. Night vision. As much as I just would much prefer to be playing in survival mode on the server, I need to do this. Which is why I'm streaming it, to make sure I actually do it. I am much more of I prefer survival. What was that? There's a weird sound outside. Okay. So let's say that the corridor turns off here and that this is a room. What could I put in this room? Probably not something I'll build in this episode. Does anybody have any ideas? It can't be a storage room because we're going to build a bigger one somewhere else. So what can I use in this one? It also can't be just like a general like place for my bed and my portal because we're going to build something up here for that, I think. It could be some sort of farm, but it would need to be a small enough farm. Like, it couldn't be a massive farm. Obviously. Micro farm? Yeah, some sort of micro farm, probably. I mean, we could just put a couple in there. If we... I'm just gonna... In fact, no, I'll go through the door so we can admire my beautiful door. My sci-fi hobbit hole door. If we bone meal the ground here... What flowers do we get, if any? And it would help if there was grass. Let me just... Oh, I forgot. I have an auto clicker and I switch it between breaking and placing. And right now it's on breaking. Literally just grass and these lily of the valleys. Okay, that's not helpful. We can still just do the farms where we bone meal the plant itself. Like that. So yeah, that is a farm that we could put in a room in this area. I'm not going to design that now because I want to do the storage system. As you know, I'm not going to build a flower farm in this video. So priorities, I guess. I just want to have a rough idea. You know? Oh, I guess also there'll actually be another door, potentially, from that room that will be there. That is probably worth mentioning. We could also make, if we wanted, another door there. Let's go like straight through the thingy-mabob. And then, okay, that's something we'll think about. All right, but that is something we can figure out after the ad break. The alien never late doctor has returned. Don't panic. Okay, so we could just do a... I don't know. I don't know if we need to actually add a door there, to be fair. I feel like we're getting kind of door happy. But I think we should definitely have a door here. Don't know if it'll be the same or a different door. That's also one thing I haven't decided. Let's just actually head over here and just tunnel our way in though so we can see where it ends up. Elevator might work for that room too if you need one access point for lower levels. Or with that room, we can just add like a couple of stairs to lower it down. The main reason I was thinking of elevator for... Okay, we're going to need to make a turn. The main reason I was thinking elevator for the storage room is because it'll just be so much bigger. Like, it probably won't fit in this area properly. You know, like if we were to hollow out this mound or whatever you want to call it. Hill. Cubic, welcome on in. How are you doing? Hello, I think you forgot me. Now I remember you, vaguely. I'm normally pretty good at remembering a name if I've read it in chat before. How's it going? Welcome on in. I guess we'd have to go... If the room is roughly there, then we'd have to go like there, into the room, back out into the corridor again, if that makes sense. Spectator mode type. That would be too simple. But also, yes. I mean, we don't have the exact room figured out, so it's not a big deal. We'll just leave it like that for now because, you know, we've not got that room figured out. What we really need to do is work out where we're going to put the storage system, because I assumed it would be in here and then we'd go down. I am fine. Last week I have some concert and now relaxing. How are you doing? I'm pretty good. Thanks for asking. Let's see. Because we could always put bubble elevators in here. Especially given that we're building something up there. Maybe we build the thing up here now. Even though I feel like it's kind of getting ahead, we also just... It's getting harder to progress without doing it. This is your server. This is not my server, but it is a server that I play on. Well, this is actually just the testing world, the creative copy of the server I play on. But I play on an SMP called Truly Bedrock, which is a Bedrock Edition content creator server. So it's running on the Bedrock Edition version of Minecraft, and it is exclusive, invite only for content creators. I do have my own server called UFO SMP. It's resetting for Season 3 soon. And it's a Bedrock and Java crossplay server that once you reach level 5 in my Discord, anyone can apply to join. Gotta run, have a great stream. I might swing by later if you and see if you're still streaming. No worries, thanks for hanging out. Have a great rest of your day. Cam. It isn't public. Truly Bedrock is not public. No. Exclamation mark spaceman. It'd be funny if I just added like a hidden UFO equivalent command and just didn't tell you and you had to like figure it out. Moth redeemed, hydrate. I shall drink my water. Jeez, it's a good job I filled up my bottle. Nerd vehicle. Wow. GG never fails to make me laugh. Well, to be fair, most of the Farlanders never fail to make me laugh, so... Blue man. Temps today, you definitely need to keep hydrated. This is very true. Thanks for looking after me. Well, I've kind of realized what I have to do, and I'm now putting it off. So, okay, fine, do it. In fact, maybe this area can also be where I have a portal and bed and stuff. Just because what I'm thinking, the thing that I was going to build that was going to have that sort of thing might not actually be big enough. Okay, we need some iron bars. This is step 1. I don't know how big we're going to want it. So we're just going to put it there. I guess we can move it afterwards to line up properly with the underground. One job. Maybe. And then we want wait, that's a mini block? Oh my gosh. These mini blocks do not look like mini blocks in creative, and it's extremely confusing. And then we want cyan terracotta, which I've actually not seen with my PBR back on. Very nice. And then we actually might want it to go down a little. In fact, let's just show you the inspiration, because I'm going to mention it in the video anyway, so I might as well just show it. Now, what some of you may or may not know is that before I joined Truly Bedrock, I am very much a long-term Truly Bedrock viewer. I've actually watched since season 0. And there are some people on this server who I have watched every single video they've ever posted on Truly Bedrock. Just to kind of explain the depth of my Truly Bedrock kind of nerdness, I guess. Like, we joke sometimes about how much of a fanboy I was, but also how much literally nobody knew my name before I joined, because I was also a massive lurker. Like, I have lurked back. I've lurked in a lot of people's streams and videos and stuff. And I didn't really comment that much or like chat in Discords. So I was kind of just there in the shadows. But anyway, I really like Mr. Beardstone's area on Truly Bedrock Season 2. It's really cool. Now you may be thinking, but Alien, this isn't very sci-fi. Back when you were the alien medical student? Sure. Yeah, of course. Now, you may be thinking, this isn't very sci-fi. What you may not know about this really cool... I mean, just look at that cliff! What you may not know about it is if you go inside, it gets a little bit more kind of like science labby. I gotta remember... labby? Totally a word. I don't remember where you actually have to go to get to the area I'm thinking of. I think it was somewhere around here. Here we go. No, that's not it. I was about to say, how did any single person have time to build this much? But I also forget that was during lockdown. So I guess it kind of makes sense. It's so beautiful spawn, or it's your location. This is an old season that somebody else built. That unfortunately is not on the server. Here it is. I really liked these buildings that he constructed. And I kind of want to build one similar. Honestly, I don't even mind like a double layered one like that. I kind of want to take inspiration from this. The other thing that I'm taking inspiration for the outside areas of the base. Oh, I really like the like power generators idea as well. The other thing I'm taking inspiration of the base is Mumbo Jumbo's Hermitcraft Season 6 base, where he used a lot of white concrete and cyan terracotta, like Beardstone did here. The straps around each one could be copper. No, for the outside they're going to be cyan and white concrete. But I appreciate the suggestion. This area is so cool. I love just coming. Season 2 was my favorite season. And I love going on the world download and just having a look. Mumbo's digital terrain was pretty cool too. It was. I just feel like I don't have the ability to do that. Well, I guess it is just kind of... No, I probably could. I did consider doing something similar, to be fair. Yeah, what I want is to kind of take inspiration from these. They're almost like caravans, but like lab. So these builds here, these are what I want to take inspiration from. I think it is literally just those two. So I'm actually going to grab a screenshot of this. And, you know, full credit to Beardstone and Mumbo Jumbo for giving me the inspiration for whatever build I make on the server that I'm sure will not be as good as either of this. But yeah, I think I've definitely watched Silent and Foxy. I've watched since season 0. And like once I discovered their channels, I went back and watched all of their old videos. So I think I discovered Truly Bedrock in season 1, but then I went back and rewatched season 0 for Silent and Foxy. And then I watched every one of Beardstone's videos, which is quite easy to say because Beardstone doesn't, you know, play on TB anymore. Same with Foxy. I just joined season 2 again. Who else have I watched everybody's stuff? It might just be those 3, to be fair. But I've watched like other, you know, people's videos as well. Just not everybody's video. Everybody's videos, even. I feel like I'm missing someone, though. I've watched all of my videos. That counts. So he used Deep Slate. Originally, I was going to use... I don't really want to, you know, copy it. The other thing is we've got Tough now. So maybe we do something like that. And then that. Slack. Not all of Slack's episodes, but I've watched a lot of Slack's episodes. Slack's great. We like Slack. Okay, that needs extending. That's what that needs. Slack's awesome. Yes. Nope. That's the wrong block. Actually, maybe we can, if we're extending it. Okay, 1, 2. Then 1, 2. Boop. Boop. Who else have I watched? I try to check out everybody's stuff now. Like, now that I'm a member as well. But I just don't have the time. I try. I'm better at watching streams, to be honest. Because I can just have them on in the background when I'm doing stuff easier, I guess. Nah, this needs to be longer. I might end up making it smaller, but... This will not be built in the next episode. Just as an FYI, this is like an exclusive preview. Oh, I guess the other thing is... Okay. Here, we could do it like this, where we then go... Just make it, you know, we don't have to copy Beardstones. Exactly. That'll be kind of cheating. As much as I'd love to. It'd make it a lot easier. We go like that. And then these can be the kind of coppery bits. Do, 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 do. Let me switch my auto clicker to place instead of break. I'm finished like tunneling. I think that'll help. Let's see. Boop. Right click. Right click. There we go. Much better. Yeah, this is going to be much bigger, and I don't know if this build will actually work better being scaled up. So we may have to, like, bring it back down. I don't know. We'll find out together. It's an adventure. Oh, we might need to go one block higher because the cyan, like, wrap will need to go underneath. So if we move this up here, this is a mess, but then it's gonna magic. You know, you gotta break some eggs to make an omelet. That's what's happening right here. Trust me. Making a slingshot. Hey Fibs, how's it going? Welcome on in. You still around later today? No worries if not. No, I'm actually stealing Mr. Beardstone's builds, Phipps. I thought now that he's not playing on the server, I'm just gonna go to the season 2 world and just copy what he's done. Yeah, but bigger and ever so slightly different. Nobody will ever know. Yeah, honestly, the bit that I'm actually not liking is these stands, but I like the fact that in Beardy's it made it look temporary. I just don't think in mine it will work the same. That's the bit that I'm not liking right now. The other thing is the cyan touching the floor. I don't know. Maybe we'll just get rid of these stands then. The other thing, if it wasn't for Truly Bedrock, I probably wouldn't stream. And when I say that, I don't mean me joining Truly Bedrock. I mean me watching Truly Bedrock. Like, before I watched Truly Bedrock, I don't even think I had a Twitch account. You should steal his beard too. That's funny. If I make this a joke in the video, then maybe I'll just put on a beard, like, for a segment of the video. Just be like, yeah, so I took inspiration from his build, and I also took inspiration from his beard. That'd be quite funny, actually. I mean, right now I'm designing something that won't be used for a while by me. Obviously, who else is going to be used by? Yeah, this shape's weird. Now that I've removed things, you'll end up in court on the Crate SMP. Oh, that video, that, like, court bit that they did on Just Create was really funny. I knew Silent was guesting for that because we actually... So if you've seen my episode 3, I think it was, when we obviously went to the end of the Happy Gast, we recorded that, like... And then literally, the reason we kind of had to cut that end raid short is because Silent had to go and do that Just Create recording. Like, I'm pretty sure he left with like 5 minutes to go before the meetup time. Maybe even less, because we had to basically... We had to get him back to give us an ender chest because me and Moss forgot to bring one. Which is also quite funny. Okay, yeah, this shape isn't working. The, like, way it goes out. But now that I know it's going to touch the ground... we can adjust the shape a little. Yeah, Truly Bedrock Season 2 is my favorite season. And then Hermitcraft Season 6 is my favorite Hermitcraft season. And you know, kind of coincidentally, this build is inspired by Mumbo's Hermitcraft Season 6 and part of Beardstone's Season 2. So... Weird coincidence there, but it's also probably not a full coincidence. As Rod said, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. It's probably not a coincidence because I just like those seasons so much. I wasn't planning on this being a massive build, but now that we've started. Mumbo season 6 was so peaking away. I love his content nowadays, but season 6 was when Mumbo and Green were just what, Fips? couldn't even get the tea. Just grinding. Yeah, their style has definitely changed over the years, and I don't think that's a bad thing. At all. One thing, whenever I revisit a Mumbo video from that season, I always feel like it's much more structured, if that makes sense. It's kind of... It has more of a classic Let's Play feel to it from that era, which would make sense because it's from that era, where it's like, you know, you have that like stinger intro that obviously got removed for copyright, and, you know, he's... I don't know. That might not make sense. It makes sense in my head. I say that, you know, I'm realizing I say that a lot on stream. Jeez, thanks for sticking with me whilst I confuse everyone through my stream. Okay, we need a little bit more height on this, I feel. Well, you know what? We have got 2 blocks of headroom. Look at that blue jade Fips. I also I don't even mean to do the villager noise. It is just me humming or, you know, thinking. Okay, no, we need to remove the corners. Yeah, we did remove the corners. Unless we keep the corners. Yeah, we keep the corners. I've decided. This is just going to end up looking like a big rectangle now. And I'm honestly not against that. We'll need to, when we actually build it, we'll have to move it a couple of blocks in that direction. Because it's way too close to the edge. Hey, hi, Gene, how's it going? So I presume you figured out why the witches weren't spawning. Yes. It's in the rest of the video. I was going to reply to your comment, but then I went to bed. But basically, I got a lot of similar comments to you, and also, like, you know, mentioned in the Discord and that sort of thing as well. Like, a lot of people said the same thing to me, and like, I know the witches and like the spawn spots and stuff, as well, or specifically the way that I'm doing it with pushing them off, depends on which way it's facing and that sort of thing. Like, it's directionally dependent. Like, the orientation matters, you know, whatever. I get all that. I know. So I just built it the exact same direction it was facing in my testing world. So I've built this farm probably 3 or 4 times, and previously I've always just been able to build it in the same orientation as what I designed it in my testing world, and it's worked. But for whatever reason, when I built it on season 7, it didn't work, and I don't know why. Witch huts can be rotated different directions, so it may seem like it's the same direction while being completely different. Exactly. And I was talking to Slack, and he was saying it's potentially also to do with like chunk rounding errors. And then what was the other thing? Yeah, because it shouldn't matter too much, because it's to do with, like, the spawn spot was in the right place. To be clear, the spawn spot was in the right place. It was just the glass block to push it off. Well, it was 2 things. First of all, the glass block to push it off wouldn't push it in the hole, because the hole was in the wrong direction. And then the other thing is the spawn needed to be surrounded in glass, or stained glass, or sorry, tinted glass, because otherwise it was detecting a solid block. And like wouldn't spawn. Like I guess the hitbox was like a little bit in the block as it was spawning, it just wouldn't. I don't know. I figured it out. I've also like flushed all that information from my brain, it seems. So enjoy a slightly confusing explanation. Okay, so in the actual thing, it won't be overhanging quite as much like this, like over the edge. We'll also probably need to figure something out with this wall to make it a little less wall-y and a little more interesting. Not to be confused with WALL-E, which is a great Pixar film. Okay, and then the floor will just be here. It could be on the side, I guess. But I was also thinking of having like iron trapdoors. So we kind of need the space underneath. So yeah, the floor will be here. Ceiling will be there. That's loads of space. So that's good. Fine with that. Okay, cool. Right. Fill this in. WALL-E would fit with the theme. This is true. Okay, and then we're going to go... So that was 3 blocks. So we're going to go 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8. Fine, we'll go 10 blocks. I think that's long enough. That's long enough. And then another one of those on the other side. That should be okay. Is there enough space for a portal in here? Yep. That's also a very important thing. And then... Oh, actually, hang on. No, because... we need space for a door, obviously. How many did Beardstone do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I said we may need to... Okay, we may just need to add extra blocks onto that side because we've not got a lot of space to add any extra space on that side either. I was also thinking about having a tower here, but maybe we'll have the tower there instead. It's mainly just because that's on lower land. I don't know. We'll see. What season did you start watching Hermitcraft Alien? I started watching on season 6, which may also be why it's my favorite season. But I actually did once go back and try and watch Mumbo's season 5, just because I was like, you know, I was waiting for the next episodes to come out. So I was like, might as well. And I don't know. I didn't enjoy it as much. What are we designing? Just a building. Made of cyan terracotta. And I've stolen it from Mr. Beardstone. Kind of. I went on the season 2 world. And there's a build that Beardy did on season 2 that I really like. So I'm basically building a similar one. And then it's also kind of inspired by Mumbo's season 6 base as well on Hermitcraft. I was really hoping it wasn't a giant eyeball. Don't worry, it is not a giant eyeball. Panic over. Maybe one day. I kind of want to get like normally for banners I just use my logo, but the one thing that I did consider is putting up banners of my eye, but I also feel like that's kind of like Big Brother is watching kind of vibes, you know? Little too dystopian, so we'll see. We'll see. Okay, and then this kind of panel will be the door. And then obviously we're going to need like a staircase up. And then this bit, I'm once again stealing from Mr. Beardstone. But the door is going to go up around like that. And then the floor will be there. So we should be able to break that. And then there we go. That'll be the door. Sell the batters as instant wisdom so people have a third eye. Exactly. Genius idea. Yeah, so something like that. And then, yeah, this will just all be filled in. So let's just copy those coordinates and paste them over here, I think. Let's see, white underscore concrete. Bloop. There we go. Commands are a beautiful thing. All right, apparently we're getting to the part of the stream where I'm running out of things to talk about. So, is there anything or any questions you have for me or anything you'd like me to talk about for today's live stream? You know, got any questions about me or Truly Bedrock or, well, Minecraft, I guess. Something else? What's your real name? Oh, wow. What an original question that has never been asked before, Val. Well, many people don't know this, but my real name is actually... There you go. But you gotta keep it a secret. Where did your username came from? That's a good... That is... I don't know if... that might have been asked before. I'm not sure. Excellent use of the bleep. Thank you, thank you. There's a couple of variants going round of variant length of bleeps with with my real name. But glad you like it. Yeah, my name came from me when I was younger. I trying to come up with a name, not specifically for YouTube, but just for like online gaming. And I kind of had an idea of what my character was, partly because I'm a big Doctor Who fan. And I was like, I want my character to be an alien, and I want it to be a scientist. So most people, when I say I'm a Doctor Who fan, most people are like, oh, so you got the Doctor part from Doctor Who. No, that is not a thing I did. I got the alien part from Doctor Who, but the Doctor part more so comes from me wanting my character to be like a scientist, which kind of fits well because, you know, I generally do more technical stuff. So it's also kind of like, at this point, it's like a Minecraft scientist almost, I guess, maybe. I don't know. So that kind of works well for this, for YouTube. But yeah, no, it was literally just I wanted my character to be an alien and I wanted it to be a scientist. You know, scientists are like doctors. So TheAlienDoctor. It was literally just putting together everything that I wanted my character to be. Because even though this name wasn't specifically for YouTube, I always kind of liked telling stories and that sort of thing. So I already had this whole idea of what my character was. And some of that you see today when I do lore-related stuff, which I haven't done for a while. But when I do lore-related stuff, you kind of see that come out sometimes. Where there's ideas that I might have figured out like ages ago that I've just never like actually put into a video, if that makes sense. You are still younger than I am now. then. Jeez. Apologies about the bad English. I'm building at the same time. No worries. I can relate to building at the same time as doing something. Don't you worry. So yeah, that's where that came from. Oh, geez. This is literally going to be hanging off the edge. Yeah, we're going to have to, when we build it in survival, shift it that way a bit and then extend this edge here. Because this edge has like the door and stuff, so we can't really extend it easily. I mean, I guess we can add a few blocks, but... Anyway, who's your favorite doctor and why is it 10? I was thinking about this the other day. Honestly, I don't even know if I have a favorite doctor anymore. I used to say it was 10. And you're right. 10 is my favorite era of Doctor Who. I think the David Tennant era was when Doctor Who kind of was at the height of its success, and kind of everybody knew it existed, knew about it, whatever. It was really big then. So, and obviously they were also making Torchwood, which is one of my favorite shows. I don't think I want to do a big window. Okay, if this is one block taller, then I wouldn't be against that. Yeah, they obviously did Torchwood. They also did the Sarah Jane Smith Adventures, which, you know, whilst it wasn't necessarily my favorite show, it's still like extra Doctor Who content, right? And then they were doing other stuff as well. And I just think that was like a really good time to be a fan of the show because of everything they were doing. Never seen Torchwood? It's pretty good. There are a couple of bits that are dated. I think the biggest thing is it was like very much marketed as Doctor Who for adults. And I think sometimes it tries a little bit too hard to be mature and just comes off as a little too like unnecessarily edgy. Like, especially episode 2, I kind of just think is like, I don't know, just unnecessarily edgy. Who's your favorite mayor and why is it me? Well, okay, first of all, I need to clear something up because I saw something in the general of the Farlands chat and it's confused me. Gigi, did you like endorse Vow for Farlands mayor or something? That's the first thing that I am confused about. Is it true that the new Alien TV show is based on your life? No clue, haven't seen it. I'll have to give it a go. Maybe that's why people keep asking me for my autograph. They're like, oh my gosh, I've seen you in that Alien show. Please sign this random bit of paper. And I'm like, sure. It's definitely a real thing that happened that I did not just make up. I would never. I did not. He tried to bribe me. Okay, Lola said GG to Vow in good game. Ew. That makes sense. Also, hey Skyfire, how's it going? Welcome on in. Can you sign my face over? Jeez. Okay, that confused me then. So, you know, I may or may not have voted for Ruse because Ruse, I mean, he was endorsed by Kermit. I got to vote for a candidate that's endorsed by Kermit. I mean, it would be impolite not to. But if you had there was a second where I thought you had a GG endorsement, and if you had a GG endorsement, then that kind of a GG endorsement would have been higher than a Kermit endorsement, you know? Back home from work, amazing. I think we should probably add some iron blocks somewhere, but I want the majority of this to be out of white concrete. It's also just been a while since I built with concrete, to be honest. I think since my old single player world. Okay, I knew something looked odd. Oh, geez, that means it's going to be longer. Would this annoy people if it was just like that? Would that be particularly frustrating? Iris Bear, welcome on in. How's it going? Feels like it's been a while since I've seen your name in the chat. How's it going? Yeah, I rank a bit higher than a Muppet. That you do. Also, somebody, yeah, Gigi, when are we going to see Hamilton live? Is that you're asking for a reenactment from me? Or like me and you going to see Hamilton live? Just make an extra segment out of glass and have a I don't know how to say that word, but I get what you mean. Oh, well, the problem is it will annoy people, but it'll also annoy me. So what can I do, really? Let's go. I'll buy the tickets. You may have to also buy the plane tickets and figure out where I'm staying. And yeah, actually, that would just be the... Those are the main things. Once you get over those small issues. Solarium? I didn't say annoy aliens. Exactly. The only problem is it's like truly, like properly going off the edge now. So yeah, we will have to extend that side. Oh, we're at the like slow music section. Oh, GG redeemed posture check. I actually did see the posture check, but I was distracted. Right, you know what? This is going to be such a high level posture check that I'm actually going to stand up and completely reseat myself. Partly because I now have to sit on a cushion because my chair, the chair bit of my chair, the built-in cushion bit of my chair is like compressed or whatever because of how long I've spent sitting on it, that it just feels like I'm sat on whatever material, probably wood, is underneath the like cushion bit of the chair. So I now have to put another cushion on it. Otherwise, it gets very numb down there. It feels like I'm just sitting on a flat surface. But surprisingly, putting a cushion on the chair has also helped my posture, which I thought it wouldn't, but it has. So really, it's a win-win. Okay. There we go. There we go. Right, some white concrete in. Yeah, I think we will add some iron blocks to give it a bit of something. Right now it's a concrete box. That's also kind of... I don't want it to be, too fancy. But I also don't want it to be too boring. It's a fine line. You know what we could do just to make these sides a little bit interesting is we could add like another layer on. I don't know. It's fine like that. Okay, cool. Well, now it's less annoying. This is also a good size. I'm happy with this size. If anything, it's slightly too big. But you know what? That's fine. Okay, cool. We got that. I didn't even need to do that in this stream, but I did. Because I won't be building this for at least a few episodes. I don't think. Maybe. Who knows? You'd think I'd know. Oh, yeah. Okay, here's the problem. They don't really... They work better, I think, without vibrant visuals. I think. Yeah, you see how... Oh, geez. Hello, lag. Oh, hello, kelp, I guess. Yeah, they work better without vibrant visuals. but I am playing in vibrant visuals, so that's not that helpful. Java edition? This is not Java edition, no. And can you join? Also no. This is a private server for content creators only, I'm afraid. Have they fixed it? Can you turn it on in game now? You can. Oh, amazing. Previously, you had to leave the game to turn on vibrant visuals, even if you had the toggle on. That was weird. Did it reset? I know it reset my render distance before as well. 24. Nice. I love it when they fix the game. I'm actually kind of tempted to move the door up by 1 and actually have it there. And the reasoning for that is that I kind of like having a staircase up to it. Now, I guess we'll just have to fall down a hole. Or a 1 block, it's not really a hole, a 1 block gap. Okay. Cool. Now we're just gonna pretend it doesn't exist and... Oh, hello, ocean. Jeez, we're not even it looks a bit like a habitat pod dropped by a spaceship. Good. That is kind of the vibe I'm going for, I guess. I just didn't really know how to put that in words. Verbs? Apparently, I also don't know how to say words. But yeah, that was very much the vibe that I was going for. So good. I was going to add glass. That's what I was going to do. Now, which color? I think probably the darker one. The other thing is how much glass, because I don't really think just adding big windows would work. I mean, okay. What Beardy did is he just did it like that. His is shorter than mine, so we'll have like 3. Add 1 there. Gonna lurk work. Thank you so much for the lurk. Hope your work goes well. It rhymes. I gotta run, so have a great rest of your stream. Excited to see the finished build. No worries. Thank you so much for hanging out. Hope you have a great rest of your day. I always feel like that's too much glass now. Maybe we just go like that. What's, we need some other, like, we need something. Concrete powder probably would look too powdery, believe it or not. What's like white glazed terracotta like? Or light. Apparently it's not white, it's light. Well, that's I don't know if there's a way we can rotate that to have a pattern that works, but that could be good for the inside. Quartz or calcite? Both pretty good suggestion. It would be nice if they added calcite of variants. I don't think calcite... I guess I'm also just straight up doing that, which probably doesn't look the best either. Quartz could look good though. Like we could go as like a... a way to kind of round off the corners almost. I mean, it's not rounding off the corners, but you hopefully you get what I mean. Lots of quartz variants too. Yep. This is true. See, this is why you're the chief of good ideas. Bone blocks. Bone blocks could work too, actually. You make a good point. I like the way that this is kind of shiny with vibrant visuals on there. Longhorn, welcome on in. How's it going? How are you doing? Yeah, see, the only issue here is I now don't know where... I guess we could put it like here. I'm kind of tempted not to run it underneath because you wouldn't notice, and then that would mean it wouldn't be in the floor. Because that's the floor, yeah. Unless we just go up. Nah, because that's... I like it like that. I don't know. It might work in the floor. But I think I'll cheat and I actually won't put it under the floor. Although there'll be 1 block there, so I'll have to. because we're in obviously just designing this, I'm literally just going to go ahead and do it like that. You know, actually, instead of running it in a line to get almost a different pattern, we could go in a square like this.
Subscribe to TheAlienDoctor.
That way, it's just a little different. Nari, well, welcome on in. Thank you so much for following. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Mr. Alien, go ahead and get the kids ready for bed. Have a great stream and thanks for letting me hang. No worries. Thanks for hanging out. Hope the bedtime routine goes well. Yeah, I do actually quite like the quartz. That's nice. So yeah, we just go in a square like this. Only problem is lighting. Does string block spawns, or are we gonna have to use copper? Not copper, carpet. Because if we are, there's not a lot of point in doing this bit, is there? So yeah, I think doing that works. It would mean we're getting rid of like a lot of the concrete though, which is a block I was very keen to use. Or make a mob switch. You know, it's probably just the best idea actually. Because I don't think... I can't see myself building like a mob related farm. So maybe a mob switch is the way to go. Yeah, maybe a mob switch is the right way to go actually. What do we think about this quartz then? As like a trim. Do we like it? Do we hate it? Do we tolerate it? I think I like it. I think I'll keep it. It adds something, you know? And actually, considering another part of the base will have quartz, it continues to fit in with the build palette continuity. I don't know why, but I read mob switch as mob sandwich. Like at first. So mob sandwich containing rotten flesh. Ugh. We've still not even done the original thing I did. We're not going to bother doing that. It's just creative. We've still not even done the thing. Oh, we've got to do the inside. Mainly because I'm now thinking we can do this. And then, you know, obviously it's going to be sea lanterns. And then iron trapdoors. Okay. Is this going to be the floor level? I think it is. So we should. Yep, there we go. These bits here. 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 And here. And here. Can we fill with... No, they can't. I vote chiseled quartz. Yeah, that'll work too in areas. To be fair, I guess you can't see the floor blocks, so they might just have to be on show. Because it's not like you'll be able to see them, right? Unless we do go up a block, which I don't really want to do. Hmm. Chisel quartz has an almost circuit board looking pattern to it. It does. That's why I like it. Oh, it's an ad break. So I will see you after the break. I have returned, and we are once again not late. So why would we ever be late? Okay, honestly, I'm kind of tempted to ignore the floor for now. And the reason for that is because I've kind of already squirreled. In that I'm just going to place these down so I remember. So that I know. The reason I'm kind of tempted to do that is because we've already sort of squirreled in that I wasn't actually planning on doing that anyway. It just kind of happened. What I really need to do is the storage room. The reason I did it is because I kind of went from like doing the tunnels to doing that. Because it'll all link up. So logically, it makes sense how I squirreled there, but it was a squirrel nonetheless. So yeah. Okay. Hollow terraforming. Well, yeah, this is all pretty much just how it generated, and I terraformed on top of it. This is the tunnel design for anybody that didn't see the start of the stream. It's just going to alternate between this wall pattern. How do I want to do this? Do you think better when you're bouncing? Probably. Yeah, I'll allow that bounce. How do I want to do this? Also, slightly random question. What do you think about the volume of my microphone? Do you think it's too loud or too quiet compared to everything else? And I guess also compared to like other people that stream, you know, other streams. Sounds good to me. This is good news. Tunnel block palette doesn't really tie into the habitat palette. Yeah, I know. Don't worry about it. Got it all planned out. Where does this line up with? Okay. Let's go a little lower first. It's mainly a question of where on earth I actually put this storage room, because I thought I was going to do it in there, but we'll have to dig down for that. I mean, no matter where we do, we're digging down anyway. So I guess that's the thing. We don't really have space to just put a big building here, I don't think. I mean, we could. I just don't like that idea. Unless we do a bigger one of that. Nah, that would make that area... No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. I'm going to stick with my original idea for that area. Okay, then. So what we'll do is somewhere there'll be a bubble column. Now, because I haven't designed... Oh, this is the problem, though. Now I've got to figure out how this room's going to look so that I can then do the other room. I also got to... We've reached the start of the playlist, which means I need to skip past the starting soon songs. Okay, God, trying to get me with a creeper. I'm in creative. But welcome on in. How's it going? How are you doing? How do I want to do this? Or use translocation with pistols to push people up into the habitat. That would be cool. But bubbles. Just finishing up work. Hope your work hope your work has gone well. Beans. Not that it actually was beans. Wow. It's really because I haven't figured out what I want this room to be. Well, I guess we're figuring it out. Okay, cool. In that case, then, what we're going to do, right here, this is going to... I want this to give airlock vibes. And that's how we're going to transition between this build palette and the build palette of the stuff up there. The other thing that's worth mentioning is that part of the other reason we can explain the different build palettes is because these tunnels are a lot more like permanent, whereas the kind of habitat that we built upstairs, it was like, you know, one of the first things that these aliens put down, even though that won't be the order that I built it. But it would make sense that they'd put that first and then build these tunnels afterwards. How do I do an airlock type of room? Did you farm potatoes in... What? Did you farm potatoes in poop in that habitat? And then did you blow it up while getting the oxygen from your rocket fuel? Can't say that I did, no. Sorry to disappoint there, potentially. Apologies. No, can't... He doesn't get the reference, Sanj. No, sorry. You should know this about me. You have to specifically put what the reference is from for me to even have a chance of getting it. And normally it's just, oh, I haven't seen that. He's not a space pirate. Clearly not. I'm an alien. Oh, yeah. Hygiene gets it. Wow. Hygiene gets all the references. This is no surprise. You know what? We're just gonna ignore my designing problems, and we're just gonna head to the actual server and do some stuff on there instead. Problem solved. You didn't want me to do the bounce again? Because I was about to. That too. I think we'll just do some trial chamber. Yeah, trial chamber digging. First, I mean, look at that. I don't know if it's been looked at in videos, but oh, progress is being progress. There's something behind there as well, which I think was already there. There's stuff going on the server, okay? There is stuff going on, and this area is cool. And then there's my island, which right now it's an eyesore. All right, so in terms of progress on the trial chamber, the only place have I got? Yeah, I do have spare rockets. The only place I haven't really done much more of is anyone online? Adequate. Wave to Addy. The only place I haven't really done more of off camera is a room that we're not going to touch, because I haven't lit it up yet, and I don't know if I can be bothered. What I kind of want to do is just mine all the tuff, because aside from one room, I've mined all of the copper, but I haven't, well, you know, the majority of the copper, but I haven't mined all the tuff, so I think we're going to do that. Good timing. I just finished showing off my mini resin farm before you slept. It's from the movie The Martian, where the main character is an astronaut stranded on Mars who has to find ways to survive until rescue comes. Fair enough. To be fair, it does sound like the sort of thing I would potentially be interested. It's also a book. It was a book first. Nice. Okay, yeah, I guess we're just mining the tuff then. I don't know why I'm still bouncing. Dude, I've also organized everything. Ish. Let's just put those in there. We don't need them. It's digging time. Except for the roof. We've just randomly not done the roof. We're not gonna... Just don't look at the roof, okay? The roof is a future alien problem. Or the ceiling, I guess. How much of it? Okay, that's deep slate. Yeah, realistically, I should have done this ceiling, shouldn't I? But you know what? It's, again, future alien problem. It's from the... I read that already. Now my chat isn't updating. I've got to look at my other chat. Was he alone on Mars? It sounds so familiar. He was alone. Ah, my favorite type of project. Mindless digging. You know, it's just above my second favorite project of mindless placing blocks. Okay, we'll start destroying the ceiling from here just to make future aliens' life easier. Because honestly, we probably should have been doing that all along anyway. Yeah, for some reason I can't see my Twitch messages anymore. Weird. I can, like, if I look in this direction at Twitch, but if I look at this direction at my combined chat, I can't. But they're still appearing on the combined chat, you know? Like the on-screen one. We don't need no deep slate. With that was perfect grammar. If anyone's wondering. Oop. Drop a like over here, even though there is no UFO command. But it'll return one day. But I'm not going to tell you when it returns, I don't think. I think I'll just let everybody figure it out for themselves. Because let's be honest, somebody will just run the command. I don't need to tell you to run the command. You still do it anyway, even though you know that it's disabled. Gotta try it now. Exactly. So I think one day I will re-enable it and not tell anyone. I quite like that idea. So I mean like that, clearly. Probably place some torches because I realize that you probably can't see very well. And I accidentally deleted the filter I had to add in the extra gabber, and I haven't added it back yet, which is a thing I need to do. Yeah, how's it going? How's everyone doing? Anything interesting to talk about? This is a question I haven't asked for a while. Assuming you are playing Minecraft at the moment, because I know not everybody is. What project are you currently working on in your Minecraft worlds? What are you up to? Let me know. I'm curious. Is it a farm? Is it a build? Is it some sort of mega base? I've been derping around in creative with some farms and mechanics. Cool. What farms and mechanics have you been derping around with? Why do I just keep ending up with 3 blocks of deep slate? Exactly. Like every time. Simply unamused. Welcome on in. Trying to find dragons on RL Craft Bedrock Edition. Oh yeah, I've heard about RL Craft on Bed. How is RL Craft? Is it any good? Would you recommend? Okay, we'll just add separate chests for each of those items because I imagine we'll get enough to fill a chest. We definitely will of the bricks. Right, we'll add an extra chest of bricks straight away, I think. Mostly some nether-based farms and skeleton piglins. RL Craft, nice, that's cool. Are you on Bedrock or Java or both? I can never remember. Because I know that you obviously were excited about my settings space fixer pack. RL Craft has always looked way too over the top modded for me. Yeah, I've not seen a ton of it, but the bits I have seen, I'd agree with you. But like you said, I've also not played it, so can't knock it until I've tried it. It needs a few things fixed, but it's really fun, really brutal. Nice, I'm glad. It's always good to see, because that is a Java thing, right? Like originally. It's always good to see them bringing over the Java mods. Even if it's not for free and it's to the marketplace, I still think, you know, it's nice to have the option, even if it isn't fortunately paid and on the marketplace. It is what it is. I mostly play Bedrock. I play on Geo's Java server too, though I have not logged on in a few months. I have not played Minecraft much in time either. Fair enough. I think that's why I, in my head, assumed you were more of a Java player, because I knew you were on Geo's server. That's probably what threw me off. You know, how dare you play multiple versions in multiple places? It's just confusing. It's not simple. My brain cell can only take so much. One brain cell. Yep. But maybe I have more than one brain. And then each brain has more than one... has one cell. It must be all used for the eye. I'm an alien. You never know. I don't know. You don't know. Well, you'd assume I'd know. You'd assume wrong. I don't know, I can imagine one giant eye. You know, that sounds like it would take a lot of brain power to run, you know? Tell us something we can believe. What can I say? Secretly, off camera, Gigi doesn't actually like the color pink. Yep. It's all a lie. She told me not to tell anyone, but I guess I'm just revealing secrets today. Super Mario Hour by Super Max Gaming. Welcome on in. How's it going? How are you doing? What's going on? Lord, my favorite color is actually light green. See, told you. It was, we'll admit, was a bit of a random guess. Was actually intended to just be entirely made up. But apparently it was actually true. So there you go. Maybe I should just start telling, you know, fake, like, lies all the time. And then just, they manifest into the truth. You know? Like, you know, I could pretend I'm really rich and then maybe I'll be able to buy another camera. Lol, it was actually true. What mods do you have on? We have a couple of mods on the server, or behavior packs as they're called here on Minecraft Bedrock Edition. So we have... Can you view in this list? You can't. I thought you could. Never mind. They're all available to... Well, yeah, there's a list. The full list is on trulybedrock.com. But some of the ones we have, off the top of my head, are mini blocks, mob heads, player heads, a couple of stuff that makes making videos easier. And I actually think that's really it. I can't think of anything else. On my game, I have a couple of resource packs that just tweak the way the game looks slightly. Nothing particularly groundbreaking, honestly. Nothing too fancy. It's all pretty... It's mainly little things like UI tweaks, you know, like removing the marketplace button or fixing the space in the settings. Download from TheAlienDoctor.com. Does mob heads drop mob heads when you kill them? Yes. Every mob, except for the ones that have vanilla skulls, have a random % chance of dropping a mob head when you kill them with the pack enabled. I actually have a video on it on my channel, if you're interested. I think the title is Mob Heads and Mini Blocks for Bedrock Edition. Mob Heads and Mini Blocks on Bedrock Edition for free, I think is the title. And the thumbnail is me surrounded by a ton of mob heads and mini blocks. And then you can't download the player heads anywhere. Because it's a custom pack made by myself. With, like, code based upon the mob heads and mini blocks pack. Well, just the mob heads pack. But it's the same in the mini blocks as well. Does mob heads drop mob... I just read that. I searched for 3 hours looking for a mod. I might sub just for that. Well, yeah, there's that video's on my channel. I would appreciate a sub. I'm actually trying to reach 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Don't think we're going to make it, but it's still worth a try. Maybe next year. Or the year after. This year's gone by really quickly, honestly. I will not be disappointed if I do not reach 10k by the end of the year. Just based on how quickly this year has gone, that it doesn't feel like it's actually been a year. You know, the year has to actually feel like it's been a year for me to be disappointed about my goals. Not, you know, being met. Did Easter even happen? Exactly. I don't know if I was in America when it was Easter. I don't know. I can't remember. Are you on Bedrock, says Splash G? Welcome on in. Yes, I am. This is Truly Bedrock, which is a content creator only server on the Bedrock Edition version of Minecraft. So yes, I am indeed on Bedrock. Bedrock best rock, yes. How do you have the animate Minecraft sync? I don't.
Subscribe to TheAlienDoctor.
Thank you so much for the follow, Splashy. Welcome on him. How you doing? I don't have an animated sync in Minecraft. What? Oh, skin? My skin is also not animated. I mean, no. The arm moves, but that's vanilla. Oh, GG, that was actually pretty good timing. That one did throw me off. You got me there. Nice one. Bro, can Y help you? Is that meant to say I? Oh, no, in the stream that talks. It's using an app called... I always forget the name. Well, I think I mixed it with another one. It's called VTube Studio. It's available on Steam. And then I have it rigged up to my skin. Why do you Twitch like you, but not so... What? Your sentences are not making sense. I would suggest reading them before you press enter. I'm going to channel for your mobhead video. Nice. Thank you so much. Do, do, do. Which chest was I putting in? There we go. Oops. Where should I put these bulbs? There we go. Terracotta can go in there. Are you on PC? I am on PC. Alright, what time is it? Well, first of all, we're going to stretch. It's getting kind of late, so I think I'm actually going to go ahead and wrap things up for today. So a huge thank you for watching. We're going to go and figure out somebody to raid. Because I don't think anybody's live on Truly Bedrock, but there are Truly Bedrock members that are live, if that makes sense. We'll just raid Jen. Seems like the easiest way. OMG, it's going to be an alien invasion? Yes, it will be. There we go. Cool. Glad I could catch part of this stream. Glad that you could too. Thank you so much for hanging out. All right, yeah, so we're going to go ahead and raid over to Genfire. They are a fellow member of the Truly Bedrock.
So you suck, Alien. You suck. You absolutely suck.
I see how it is.
I'm gonna make a clip.
I see how it is, Val. Tell me how you really feel. Yeah. Genfire is a fellow member of the Truly Bedrock SMP. She's not actually on Truly Bedrock right now. She's it looks like she's building an escape room, which is like this kind of event that she's done in the past. But yeah, she's a great streamer and video maker, so make sure to follow her and all the things. And yeah, I won't be live this Saturday like normal. Hopefully I'll be live next Tuesday, and hopefully next Wednesday there'll also be a video out. But no promises as normal because I'm a busy guy. What can I say? So yeah, I'll see you in the next stream coming very soon. Make sure to, you know, head over to YouTube and subscribe if you haven't already. And check out my settings space fixer resource pack if you don't want all of those annoying spaces in the settings. Bye!